Nebraska senator flips out debating ban on sex change surgeries for minors. Let's dive into the details, shall we? A Friday morning session in the unicameral Nebraska legislature devolved into chaos after one Democratic lawmaker began shouting her support for transgender people amid a debate on a bill to ban sex change procedures for minors in the state. The bill, which has ultimately approved by lawmakers and sent to Republican Governor Jim Pellin's desk to become law, bans sex change procedures for minors as well as abortion after 12 weeks of pregnancy. In voicing her disapproval to the measure Friday morning, state Democrat Senator Macaulay Cavanaugh slapped the lectern and repeatedly shouted, "Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. You matter, and I am fighting for you. I will not stop," exclaimed Cavanaugh, who displays she/her pronouns in her Twitter bio. "I will not stop today. I will not stop tomorrow. You are loved. You matter. You belong here." It's so funny when anytime it's like, okay, we're going to stop this stuff for children, they equate it to all trans people. It's the weirdest thing. Cavanaugh's shouting during the legislative session lasted for just under a minute. Cavanaugh also rallied against conservatives who voted for the hybrid bill, which includes protections for unborn children, and warned that people, medical professionals, and businesses will leave the state over it. Your children are posting things on social media. Your children are calling you, colleagues, Cavanaugh said. You have to live with your vote. You have to live with the role that you play in history in the making today. You have to live with the fact that you vote to take away people's rights. You have to live with that. The rest of us have to live with the implications of that, but you have to live with that. What? You're not a kid trying to get trans surgery? What are you talking about? What a weird lady. If you didn't sleep after Tuesday night, reflect on that. You don't have to vote for this, she added, just shortly before she called those who support the measure weak. Cavanaugh also claimed that those who support the measure allowed themselves to be bought by government, or maybe they're just principled. Have you ever thought of that? Republican lawmakers wrangled just enough votes to end a filibuster and pass a bill with both measures. Governor Pellin, who pushed for the bill and met with various lawmakers to shore up support, has promised to sign it into law. The 12-week abortion ban in the measure has exceptions for rape and incest. The bill wouldn't allow transgender people under 19 years old to undergo gender surgery with few exceptions. It's very interesting they put all this into one bill. The state's chief medical officer, a political appointee who is currently an ear, nose, and throat doctor, would set rules for puberty blockers and hormone therapies for transgender minors in the state. There will be some exceptions for minors who were already receiving treatment before the ban was enacted. Several Republicans voiced approval for the measure during the debate, including State Senator Steve Erdman, who drew inconsistencies in the arguments made by Democrats. Saying abortion is healthcare is like saying being raped is lovemaking, Erdman said it at one point. Friday's debate was briefly stopped when protesters in the chamber balcony stood and yelled obscenities at conservative lawmakers while throwing what appeared to be bloody tampons onto the floor. These people are nuts and disgusting. As lawmakers began voting, chants of shame, 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 shame could be heard coming from outside the chamber. It's funny how J6 is such a big deal for these people, and this is what they do. Think it was the biggest thing, worst thing since 9/11. I'm going to go throw bloody tampons on the floor. Ugh. At least 6 people were arrested at the Nebraska State Capitol building after lawmakers passed the bill. At least 17 states have enacted laws restricting or banning transgender procedures, hormones, and therapies for minors, and proposals are pending before the governors of Texas and Missouri. Medical groups and advocates claim such restrictions are further marginalizing transgender youth and threatening their health. Why can't you wait until you're 18, 19 to do this? Can't drink until you're 21 and a slew of other things until you're 18, 21. Dozens of laws for minors. They can't buy certain things or do certain things. But this one, irreversible surgery, no, that's perfectly fine. Medical groups and advocates. It's like, what are you talking about? These people just want money. They're sick. They're just sick. North Carolina also passed a 12-week abortion ban this week among a slew of restrictions enacted in states after the U.S. Supreme Court last year struck down the 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling that established a nationwide right to abortion. 14 states now have bans throughout pregnancy. Yeah, but almost all of them are 12 weeks. I don't understand the people that, like, they're sexually active and they can't take a pregnancy test once every 3 months. If you're sexually active, you should be taking a pregnancy test, every 1 to 4 weeks, right? What do you want to know if you're pregnant? Let alone if you want an abortion? I don't understand it. Like all these charities and stuff, you just go get a pregnancy test for free. Nebraska currently bans abortion around 20 weeks and is one of multiple states that has recently passed abortion and transgender laws. Last month, the proposed 6-week ban failed to advance. Yeah, this woman is unhinged. I think all this is insane. It's like certain people say, it's like the right and the left live in two different realities. I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm on the right. I lean right, but I'm a libertarian. So it's like, but still, how can you want to do irreversible surgeries for kids? I just don't get it. Especially when they're like, we love trans people, we love trans people, we love trans people. No one's even talking about trans people. They're just saying, okay, you have to wait until you're old enough to do this. That's how many other things are there for kids. It's so crazy. And the abortion thing is like the same thing. 12 weeks? It's like they can't compromise. How much longer do you want to be able to have an abortion? 12 weeks is a long time. Like I said, if you're sexually active, you're not taking a pregnancy test every 1 to 4 weeks to make sure you're not pregnant, especially if you want an abortion. It doesn't even make any sense. Let me wait till 6 months. Why? You can get pregnancy tests from charities for free. Doesn't Planned Parenthood just give them out for free? I'm pretty sure they do. Not positive, but I think they do. So it's like, what are you going on about? It's just frustrating. It's like they just want to fight. There's no compromise. People on the right now are like, okay, we're against abortion, right? But, we'll give you the 12 weeks. Fine. Okay, that's the compromise. No, not good enough. Why? You're against rights. It's just, they're so unhinged and so unreasonable. They're not logical. Again, they can't compromise. They just want all or nothing. It's baffling. That's not how the United States government has ever worked. You can't just all or nothing, all or nothing. Kind of off topic, but Biden with the debt ceiling. No. We're not going to raise the debt ceiling and then have budget or spending cuts. No. It's all or nothing. You have to give us just the debt ceiling raise, no cuts. Why? Why can't you compromise? It's crazy. And this is the state of the country. I don't understand how this woman gets elected in Nebraska, but that's just how it is. I can't believe so many people in these really super dark red states, how there's so many people that do this stuff. Do they come from out of state? It's weird. I don't even get how this woman's elected. And she seems so unhinged. She is repeated for a minute straight. They said just under a minute, but I don't think that is accurate. I watched the video and it was I think it's 3 minutes. But that's all she does. We love trans people. And she just repeats the same thing over and over again. The same 3 lines over and over again. For an extended period of time. This is how think you're going to win a debate? She just wants some TikTok clout and some virality, which I guess she got. I mean, I'm talking about it and covering it, but I don't know if it's being covered in the brightest light. It's like, oh, you're like crazy. You're crazy. You don't know how to debate. You shouldn't be in government. And then she's saying, oh, if you had trouble sleeping on Tuesday, I don't think anyone who voted for this is having trouble sleeping. It's called principles. Bought by government. You're bought by TikTokers. You crazy woman. It's not. What are you talking about? It's like, no, it's principle. That's not even a crazy principle to have. It's not like you can't drink on Sunday. Okay, that's kind of a weird principle. You know what I mean? But transgender surgeries for kids and 12-week aborts, that just makes sense, right? But all of this is just my opinion. What is your opinion on this story? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for daily news updates, hit that notification bell, and share this video to help spread the news. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.